He'll not come back here.
It's probably miles away by now.
If you hadn't been so stupid, it wouldn't matter.
We said we were sorry, Dad.
You don't understand what you've got us into, do you?
Will we go to prison?
That'll be at least of our worries. You could be on your knees praying for him to take it before this is finished.
Stop frightening him, Zach. It's Uncle Albert's fault. He talked him into it.
He always did have a way with words. He could persuade anyone to do anything.
Well, perhaps he could persuade Dylan to get off our backs then, eh?
Hey, you! Come back here! Hey! I'll have you!
Come on, Rummy. Hey, Mr. Sugden, is that right if we just go across these fields?
Yeah, as long as you shut the gates behind you.
Where are you taking him?
Market.
To be slaughtered?
Eventually.
That's terrible.
That's what you keep sheep for. How do you think you get a lamb in the shops?
I'm a vegetarian. I wouldn't want to think of anything being killed just to feed me.
Yeah, well, you're entitled to your own opinion, but there's still plenty of people like lamb.
Doesn't it worry you? Cruelty to farm animals?
Do you know what rubbish you talk, Kelly? Jack takes more care of his flock than a lot of parents do about the kids.
Go on, Kelly, I think we better be off.
What about the veal trade? Cars being transported across the continent, not properly fed or watered. You're going to defend that too?
No, Kelly. That's about the only thing you and I could agree on. I hate it, and so do most of the farmers round here. You should hear the stick Ken Adlington gets for being involved.
So Adlington ships veal, does he?
Yeah, he does. So why don't you go and tell him you're daft there? He doesn't let me and Jack get on with some work, eh?
Go on.
How far's Adlington's farm?
I didn't mean it, Kelly. We're just trying to get rid of us.
He thinks I'm just a stupid kid. That don't mean I can't change things.
It's your first day back at work, Nick.
Doctor's signed me off, hasn't he? I've got no choice.
Oh, you should have said I'd have given you a lift. Or are you moving back into nursery flat?
It's the last thing I want. But Elsa's bringing Alice back this afternoon, and I don't think I can stay at cabin much longer.
Oh, I don't see what your problem is. A jump at chance if they offer meat nursery. It'd be perfect for me and Linda.
Oh, yeah, it would be perfect for you, but then again, it doesn't have the same strings attached, does it?
Hi, Nick. Welcome back.
Dave, I'll not stop to shake your hand. I wouldn't want you reporting to Kim that I were late clocking on.
No need for that.
Guess he's just worried about pillow talk.
What's going on between me and Kim's my business. I'd never use it against me mates.
Oh, where you're going on, Dave, you're not going to have any mates. It's just a friendly observation. I hope she's worth it.
Listen, Dave.
Like you say, it's your business. Just tell her I clocked in on time, too.
Yeah, we're going in to see Dad this morning. He's making progress, even if it is slow. Sure, it'll perk him up to see you. OK, you have a good journey. Bye.
Zoe?
Yeah, they've managed to get a flight at last. Should be back tonight.
Oh, great. Your dad will be pleased.
Me too. Be good for him to have his family around. Children, grandchild. Might remind him of where his loyalty should be. Come on. The devoted little wife act doesn't fool me for 30 seconds. Kim just wants to get her hands on the business.
Chris, this isn't the time to be squabbling about this.
What if he dies? I mean, don't hide your head in the sand. Could happen any time. If we're not careful, Kim could have sewn it all up by then.
Don't worry, I can handle Chris. But thanks for the warning.
Always glad to be of service, Kim.
Bye, David.
Cheerio.
Hello, Nick. Pleased to be back. Your gratitude is positively understandable. But just remember, you need this job. And you and Alice need a place to live. It'd be very foolish of you to do anything to jeopardize that.
Albert?
Got money, then?
No, but I think I know where I could get it.
Well, I'd better hurry up, lass, because between cold and Dylan and coppers, I don't know how long I can last out here.
That's your problem, isn't it? Maybe it's about time you started thinking of ours. If I got the money for you, you could skip the country, you'd be laughing. We've already got Dylan and his blokes after us for you and the necklace. If he found out we'd let you go, where does that leave us? That's what I thought. You're going to need a very good reason for us not to give you up.
Looks like we caught him in the act.
Maybe, Kelly, but there's not much we can do about it. If he sees us, he'll go mad.
Proves he's ashamed what he's up to.
He's a violent bloke, Kelly.
Oh, come on. This is our chance to get some shots inside the truck.
Whoa, this is crazy.
Oh, clear off if you're scared. I want to be able to show people what the conditions are really like.
Nick, I want to sort things out. I don't want to feud. You're back at work, let's make a fresh start, eh?
Don't be ridiculous, Dave. You know what terms I came back on.
Eh?
Well, you know what she threatened me with if I opened my mouth about you two.
All right, Nick. Just leave it, will you?
Biff, I've not even started. Don't come here pretending that we're still mates, because we're not, Dave. Just go and leave me alone. We all know what an evil cow Kim is, and if you ask me, I reckon you two deserve each other.
Hey, she's certainly right about one thing, you know. It's time you kept your gob shut.
Look, will you just pack it in, the pair of you?
Hey, you're good at keeping my family quiet, aren't you? What did you threaten Kathy with, eh?
You what?
Easy for you to come here and throw your weight around, because you can just run off and hide behind Kim's skirts.
I don't need to hide behind anyone.
Stop!
I told you! Leave it out! Get up! Get up!
If you're so proud of what you're doing, why does it have to be a secret, eh? Well, I'll tell you why, Dave. Because if word got out, she'd just kick you out like the rest of us. You're just a bit of rough, Glover.
What are we going to do, Dad?
We're just going to have to tell him we don't know where Albert is.
We'll kill us.
No, he won't, Sam. That'll do him no good. You can't get blood out of a stone.
I think he'd enjoy trying. If you stuck a gun up someone's nose, they're not going to be very happy.
That was Albert's fault.
Can't find him anywhere.
Dad reckons he's probably left country by now.
Not yet. And he's not going to get there without our help.
You've seen him?
He's given me the necklace, wants me to sell it and bring him the money.
Great! Why don't we tell Dylan to turn up instead of you?
You sure you don't want him gift wrapped first, man?
He did the dirty on us.
Hey, he's still family.
Zach, it's him or us.
You don't think this is just a tad over the top, do you, boss? They're only a bunch of yokels.
Gotta make an example of them, Tony. Make people see what happens when they mess with me.
Well, I certainly think they'll be sorry they took the necklace.
Yeah, well, it's Albert I want. Charlie, tell the boys they're on a bonus, whoever brings him in. Now, come on, let's rock and roll.
Hi, Kathy. Didn't expect to see you here. I came to visit Frank, but the doctor's with him at the moment.
Oh, what's this? Vultures waiting to gather by the bedside?
There's only one vulture here.
Leave it, Chris. We don't want a confrontation. We'll come back later.
She can't stop me seeing my own father.
Or perhaps common decency might. He's still very ill, and too many visitors tire him. We've just got him back to sleep.
I'll wait.
If you must. Perhaps we should take this opportunity to talk.
I've got nothing to say to you.
No? I hear you've been trying to pump the company solicitor about Frank's will. I could save you the trouble, Chris. Tell you whatever you want to know.
Look how frightened they look.
Right, Kelly, they're coming out. Let's get out of here while we can.
There's nothing you can say will make me give up on this, Roy.
We'll stick to the back roads. There's probably demonstrators about. No better to do with their time than interfere with honest business. The police are too soft. If I catch any, they won't do it again.
about it, but it's only very dignified. You and Kim arguing over the will and Frank's still lying there alive.
No point doing it when he's dead.
Wasting your breath, Rachel.
I'm only looking after what's mine and yours and Joseph's, remember that.
Hey, don't blame us.
Rachel, I'm going back to the village. I'll give you and the baby a lift.
Chris?
See you later.
Come on.
Off home?
Yes. Wish Frank better from us when he wakes up. Tell him we'll be in to see him another time.
I'm sure he'll find that most comforting. Not going with them?
You said we were going to talk.
Of course. Tea?
No.
Probably wise.
Look, about the will.
Frank was very angry about you turning against him during the eviction. Secret wedding was a bad move, too. That's why he's decided to rewrite his will.
And?
I've already told you. You get nothing. Zilch, not a bean.
What about Joseph?
The same. Frank's got his own heir now.
This is all you're doing, isn't it, Kim? I won't let you get away with it.
It's got nothing to do with me, Chris. Frank saw the solicitor personally. If you're intending to suggest the balance of his mind was disturbed through illness, forget it. It was all signed and sealed long before that.
I'll still contest it in court.
Well, if you want to waste your money on lawyers, that's your business. A word of advice, though. I'd wait till Frank dies. Otherwise, people might think you're a bit overeager.
Dad, they're here.
They look like they mean business. Stop soon, not to feed the cars, but themselves.
Just get over here where it's safe.
Then we'll let them loose.
You won't be able to do anything if you get touched by one of these cars. Now get over here.
Everything ready?
Yeah, it's all sorted.
We'll get the boys in position.
Right.
Hello.
Good morning, Zach. Now send out Albert and the necklace, and I'll leave you in peace.
We haven't got...
And here's me thinking we had an agreement.
Look, we're doing our best. We just haven't found him yet.
Well, I don't think you're trying hard enough. Perhaps you should have a word with a member of your family. Maybe they might know where he is.
Look, we just need more time.
Look, Zach, you're going to have to look at it from my point of view. If people thought I'd been turned over by two clowns and done nothing about it, wouldn't be very good for my reputation now, would it?
Please, listen to me. We can sort this out.
Dad, fire! Fire!
Quick! They've done the back door as well, quick! Buckets, blankets, anything! They're gonna try and smoke us out! Go on, Butch! Go on, get now!
Do you, think they'll start taking us seriously now?
Goodness of my heart, Tony. Goodness of my heart. I didn't like to think of the Dingles going through a hard winter in a dump like that. Not without some form of central heat.
Dad! It's not working, Dad! Right! Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Get out of it! have to try and get out of here! Through the window! Right, go on! Quick! Come on, Tina, keep going!
You are!
I'll answer here as long as I can! Tell Albert what's happening! Guys! Help me!
It's a hot time in the old town tonight.
Hey, boss. She'll be going for Albert.
Ah, running for her life. On second thoughts, take Charlie, follow her. See what she's up to.
Charlie.
How long we've been travelling?
Too long, we could be out of country by now.
It don't matter where we are, they're better off free than going to have to be slaughtered.
Supposing we don't stop till we get to the boat or plane, what do you intend to do then?
Not a good start first day back, Nick. No point getting involved in fate. You should keep your head down and get on with your work.
What, like you, eh, Seth?
That's what's known as pacing yourself. There's an art to it.
This isn't a joke. I'm really scared about what Kim might try next.
Worst she can do is sack you. I've survived that a few times.
Seth, she tried to kill me.
You want to watch that sense of humour, lad, and get your money in the middle.
I'm gonna go collect Alice.
Listen, you don't seriously think Kim's going to harm her, do you?
Viv, I wouldn't put anything past her.
I'll not be happy until Alice is back at school. At least that way I know she's safe all day. Hey, are you at the game farm this afternoon?
Aye.
Do us a favour, Seth. Take Alice with you.
That's no place for a kid.
No, I know, but at least that way I know she's away from Kim. Please, Seth.
All right, if it means that much to you.
Cheers. Thanks. See you.
I'm worried about Nick. He don't seem quite right in his ear since that accident.
We did it, Dad! We showed them what the Dingles are made of. They don't frighten us.
They've only just started, lad. They're not going to give up till they get what they're after.
We've got to get out of here, Uncle Zach.
There's too many of them. We'll never get past. We're just going to have to hope Tina and Albert come up with something.
Should have seen Chris's face when I told him he was out the will.
Yeah, well, it's not exactly surprising. As far as he was concerned, this place was supposed to be his.
Yeah, well, thank goodness even Frank isn't stupid enough to believe that anymore. Tried long enough.
Yeah, well, it's natural, father to son.
Not when the son's a total waster. I couldn't believe the money he lost on crazy business deals when he worked here. Not to mention his gambling debts.
Yeah, OK, so he's a spoilt rich kid. But I think he deserves something. I mean, he's never going to walk again, is he?
You think I'm hard on him?
I don't understand you sometimes.
I don't feel sorry for Chris. He's had thousands out of this place, and while he's a major shareholder, that'll go on.
What does it matter? You're not exactly on breadline. You can't afford it.
It's not just Frank who built up this business, you know. I was with him all the way, and I'm not going to see it wasted. I'm doing this for us, David. You and me.
I want you, Kim, not all this.
This is me. It's everything I've worked for, and I want to share it with you.
It's not that simple. I don't know much I can take. Things people say, the way they look at me.
What have they said? Tell me and I'll sort them out for you.
Look, I don't want anybody sacked or threatened. I do want to know where we're going.
Oh, I see. You're starting to wonder if you made the right choice between me and Kathy.
No, I want you. I just don't want it to be a secret anymore. I don't want to have to hide or lie about things.
Then you're just going to have to be patient, David. Our time will come. Maybe sooner than you think. But you're just going to have to trust me that little bit longer.
Is Kelly still out with your Roy?
I saw her up at Emmerdale early on. She was giving Jack a hard time.
Only she's supposed to be back over an hour ago. Don't know where they were going. What's wrong?
But just something crossed my mind. Nah, Roy's got more sense. He knows what a temper Adlington's got.
What's Adlington got to do with this?
I can't shift it.
We've got to get these calves out before they come back.
It's locked from outside. We're stuck in here.
Thanks now. Bye-bye.
Hiya, Auntie Kathy.
Hello.
Hiya.
How was the handover?
Oh, as you'd expect.
Mummy gave me presents.
Yeah, she bought up the local toy shop. Thinks it makes her a better mum.
Easy when you only see a child a few days every year.
That's right. She started going on about the custody conditions. You know, steady job, stable home.
So you're going to have to move back to the nursery?
Well, I've not got any choice, have I? Seth's looking after her this afternoon.
Eric Pollard.
Tina Dingle. You found a buyer for that necklace yet?
Yes, I might have. But recent newspaper items make me think that the risks are a little higher than what you've led me to believe.
Are you saying you can't handle it?
I'm saying that I can handle it, but my percentage is a little higher.
Look, it needs to be done quick.
Ready when you are.
We did well there, Dad, didn't we?
Yeah, well done, lads.
Here you go, boys.
Oh, cheers, man.
Zach Dingle! I was hoping the fire might have brought you to your senses, but I don't seem to be getting anywhere. I'm not going till I get Albert.
We told you before. We just want more time. We don't want to fight, but we will if we have to.
It's the pigs. Someone's bothering them.
Don't go out there, Butch.
The fire will have upset him enough. I'm not having anything else upset my pigs.
Do your job. Stay inside.
You're looking very pleased with yourself, Eric.
Yeah. Prospect of a rather juicy deal, Terence. Business is definitely on the up. In fact, why don't you grab yourself a drink? Join me in my celebrations, eh?
I'd love to, but I won't wagging. New Year's resolution.
Hello, Mum. What can I get you? I haven't come in for a drink. I thought it was time we talked.
Seems to me that more than enough's been said already.
So, maybe it's time to start
In
again?
the first place, should they?
What's up?
We've got some right aggro on.
Roy and Kelly went up to Adlington's farm this morning.
Yeah, we've seen his wife. Kids' mountain bikes are still there, but they've gone.
And Adlington's shipping veal calves today.
Oh, well, we'll know where they'll be then. Whatever port or airport them calves are going to.
Well, she wouldn't say. Apparently they've been having a load of aggro with all these demonstrators and they try to keep it secret. Looks like we're going to have to tell the police.
Oh, no. Oh, what have they done to him?
It's not me. It's the pigs. They killed Nellie, Dad. They cut her throat. Why did they have to hurt her? She never did anybody any harm.
Oh, Butch. Try not to think about it.
We're going to have to tell them, Dad.
No.
Sam's right. It's going to be one of us next.
They don't care. We're nothing to them. Nothing.
Aye. Just a bunch of yokels who got in the way. Well, I didn't bend the knee to Frank Tate, and I'm not giving in to this lot without a fight either!
Listen, she can't cut me off from my own father.
I thought it was him that cut you off.
That was because of the wedding and the eviction.
Oh, so it's my fault now, is it?
No, I am not saying that. I'm just saying I should have realised that she'd use it against me.
Well, I'm glad that you didn't. Because for once in your life you did something because you thought it was right, not because of what you'd get out of it.
Maybe that would have been different if I'd realised how much that was going to cost.
Mind you, you have to let it dry naturally. If you put it too near heat, it splits.
What the hell do you think you're doing, Seth?
Nick asked me to look after Alice.
You're supposed to be working. And we're not insured for children on the game farm.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'll overlook it just this once. But she can't stay up here.
But I promised Nick.
Don't worry, I'll look after her. Come on, you coming with me, Alice? Mind your feet. Come on, fella.
Couldn't get anywhere with the police.
I told them. We're trying to stop a protest, not start one. I reckon someone's told them to be careful.
Well, don't worry. I know where they're heading. I've checked every leaflet in Kelly's bedroom, and I've phoned every liberation group there is.
Just tell us where they are and we'll get after them.
Right.
What's going on?
I think we're stopping.
Hey, they decided to ambush us before we get to airport.
Yeah. You look as if you've been dragged through a hedge backwards.
Long story.
Yeah, well, perhaps it's best I don't hear it. Shall we get down to business?
Not on the doorstep, no.
Come on.
Tony, boss. Something very interesting happening here.
We can stay with Uncle Seth. Apart from anything else, it's far too cold up there for you. I thought you might like to have a look at the stables, Alice. Maybe Daddy's told you about these horses.
I want the police down here now, not in half an hour. I'm surrounded here by a violent mob. Can't you hear them? I'm endangered. We're about to be attacked.
You see, I'm not the only one against them.
Never mind that, Kelly. We've got to get out of here.
I've been making some discreet inquiries. This piece is quite celebrated in its own small way.
I don't need a history lesson.
It's not an academic point. I'm merely saying that I'm now fully aware of the risks involved in handling it. It is not quite the family heirloom you've led me to believe, is it?
Shocked, are you?
Cautious.
Look, do you want to do business or don't you?
Hey, the police are on their way, you lot. You're animals, a lot of you.
I know it's worth 45 grand, Eric.
In Hatton Garden, maybe. In Emmerdale, it's worth what you can get. I give you £3,000 top whack.
OK.
Right. 3,000. Who do I make the cheque out to? You?
Cash.
Right. And I'll get it to you as soon as I can, eh?
Now.
My dear lady, I don't keep £3,000 under the mattress. Gotta be careful these days. Too many thieves about.
£3,000 cash today, or the deal's off. I can't afford to wait.
All right. Give me a couple of hours. You stay here.
Yeah, I'm not letting you or that necklace out of my sight, mate.
Hey, I'm taking a great risk for you. You really ought to trust me.
I don't trust anyone.
All right, if you're coming, you do exactly as I say, right?
Follow him.
You're interfering with our lawful business. Now, if you don't get out of the way, it's your own fault because we're driving on. Go on, get started.
All right.
Where's Alice?
Oh, Kim said I weren't allowed to keep her up here to do with insurance or something.
What are you talking about?
Oh, it's all right. Kim said she'd look after her.
Look out, be careful. Satisfied?
You're the one to blame for all this, not us.
Where are we going?
You're not going anywhere. You're staying here.
I told you I'm not letting you out of my sight.
Then the deal's off. I'm not telling you where I get my money from. You got the necklace. Stop whinging. Get in the car.
All right. But hurry up and no tricks. I'm not stopping out here long.
Just get in the car.
Yeah, it's me. Yep, all right, boss.
What's Kim done with Alice?
No, it's up.
If she's laid a finger on her, you're both dead, Dave. That's a promise.
So, Frank's cut Chris and Joseph out of his will. Chris thinks Kim's behind it.
He's probably right. They've always hated each other's guts. I think it started when Frank's first wife was still alive. Oh, Chris fancied Kim, but when the mother died, Kim realised she'd get what she wanted quicker by marrying the father.
Well, Chris seems determined to get revenge now.
Well, you've got all the ammunition he needs. If Frank knew the truth about the baby and Kim and Dave, that'd really set the sparks flying.
Yeah. Yeah, I know I've got the ammunition. I just don't know if I want to use it. I want to be a normal family, Kathy. If I tell Chris, it means we're just getting deeper. I want Joseph to grow up without all of this trouble.
When you're a Tate, it's part of the job.
He's not a Tate, he's a Hughes.
Well, I doubt you'd ever convince Chris or Frank of that. Anyway, it's your decision, Rachel. But just remember, Chris will never forgive you if he finds you've held his ace card back.
Hope we're not interrupting anything.
Got the cash?
Of course. Necklace, please. Thank you.
Hang on, I want to count it first.
I believe you've got something of ours, Mr. Pollard. Charlie, go and get up.
have you done with my daughter?
Looked after her.
If you touched her, Kim, I'll kill
Nick,
you.
what's the matter? Alice is upstairs with Rachel and Joseph.
You surely don't think I'd harm the dear child, do you? I just thought it was dangerous for her being at the game farm.
But Kim, I know you. I know what you're like.
He's obviously got a problem. You better sort him out.
I do hope you're not going to be stupid enough to try and follow us, Mr. Pollard. That's just to warn you of the consequences. Put it in the car. I think the boss is going to be very pleased about this.
What's all this about Nick and Dallas?
I can't help his paranoia. I was just trying to look after the child. She's safe and sound at the tea rooms. Well, call your ex-fiancé if you don't believe me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You really must learn to trust me more, David.
It'd be a lot easier if you take time to talk things through.
We've already done that. I've told you. You just have to be patient.
The post.
Oh, don't face that yet.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Feels like we've been travelling for a week. I'll put the kettle on.
Oh, don't bother. I don't want to get settled. I'd rather get straight round to the hospital.
Why don't you do us all a favour and die, Frank? Zoe, you're here at last. Frank will be so thrilled.
How is he?
Getting better all the time. He's sleeping now, but I like to bring work in. Then I'm by his bedside when he wakes up.
You want to be careful you don't make yourself ill. You must be exhausted with what you've been through.
Oh, I do get tired sometimes, but I can't let Frank down.
Dad, it's me. I'm back.
Zoe. For a while, I thought I'd never see you again.
I came as soon as I could. Oh, you really frightened us all this time. We thought we were going to lose you.
I'm a lot tougher than anyone thinks.
You're lucky you had Kim here to look after you. And I'm sure Chris has been visiting regularly.
There's some things I need to talk to you about, Zoe. Things that happened while you were away.
We can talk later. Dad and I have got a lot of catching up to do.
The doctors told me to make certain Frank got his rest. It's the best way to speed recovery. And I'm sure you must be feeling jet-lagged after such a long flight.
Don't go yet.
No, Frank. Mustn't disobey doctor's orders.
It's Chris and Rachel's fault that Frank's in hospital. I might as well have tried to murder him.
What?
Rachel turned Chris against him during the eviction. In fact, she orchestrated the whole village against us. If that wasn't enough, they decided on a secret wedding. Chris couldn't resist phoning Frank to taunt him about it.
That's awful.
I've never seen Frank so angry or upset. He started drinking again. Well, I tried to stop him, but you've seen the consequences.
Look, I know Chris can be a pain sometimes, but I don't think he'd be that vindictive.
I know it's hard to believe of your brother, but you can check the facts. I'd rather you didn't talk to Frank about this. It'll only upset him again, and I don't think we can risk that.
Well, what about Joseph? Dad was so thrilled to have a grandson.
Doesn't want anything to do with them anymore. And I think we should respect his wishes, don't you? At least he's got his own child to look forward to now. Yes, I'm pregnant. I think that's the one thing that's giving him the will to live.
Well, it's a damn silly stunt in first place. Hope you give Kelly a good dressing down.
We'll wait till tomorrow for that. At the moment, Viv's just glad to get her back in one piece.
Aye, I ruined it with 3 cracked ribs, so I suppose things could have been worse.
What happened to Adlington?
They're going to prosecute for the condition those calves are in, so he deserves everything he gets.
You look terrible, Eric.
Yeah. Bad day.
What happened to your big deal?
Didn't go quite as planned.
Aye. A bit like my New Year's resolution.
Never wanted to make an enemy of Nick. Yeah, but it's a bit late for that. You ditched his sister and now your girlfriend's making his life hell. You don't think Kim would have really wanted to harm Alice, do you? No. But she can be pretty nasty sometimes. Just don't know why you stuck with her. Yeah, sometimes ask myself that. So why don't you give her the big E? I've been telling you to for months. I can't. You really care about her, don't you? You don't know her like I do. If I could just get her away from home farm, I know we can make a go of it together. Dream on, kid. She cares about me too, you know. So why don't you ask her? I'll tell you why. Because you already know what the answer's gonna be. There's no future in it, mate, so why don't you just get shot of her while you still can?
Bye, Nellie.
It seems like a waste of good pork.
Don't be cruel, Mandy. Couldn't eat her.
Zach Dingle.
I have your daughter, Tina. Yes, the boys are well pleased. They think they can have some fun with her before she departs.
If anyone touches our Tina...
Well, that's up to you, isn't it, Zach? I'm prepared to deal. Fair exchange. Tina for Albert. Think it over. You know where to find me when you've made up your mind.
Hiya, love. Now, come and have some tea. I've got my photo album to show you.
Oh, lovely.
I'm just going to show your young friend my photo album.
Oh.
We're having a great time. How long are you stopping, love?
Well, I'm not sure about that.
Well, that depends, Mum, on how things turn out.
Well, I hope it's a long time. It's nice for me to have the company.
Come, cup of tea.
You've got a nerve. Come in here.
Tina didn't show.
Yeah, 'cause Dylan's got her.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, Zach. We're desperate.
I should tear you limb from limb and send what's left to Dylan.
I won't blame you if that did.
I don't want anyone seeing you till we've worked out what's to be done. Get inside.
I really think it's time you let Zoe go, Frank. She must be exhausted after a flight.
Kim's right, Zoe. You must get some sleep.
You'll come back tomorrow.
Of course. I'll be here every day.
Just thought I'd come see how Frank was.
It's very kind of you, David.
We'll leave you to it.
I'll see you tomorrow, Dad.
Be here early.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, you're looking a lot better today, Frank. How long's he going to be in for?
It doesn't matter. Why did you come here tonight?
It seemed like the only way I was going to get to see you.
It wasn't what I'd call discreet.
I've told you, we've got to talk. I'm not waiting any longer.
Well, now is not the time or the place for an in-depth discussion.
Well, maybe so, but this is how it's going to be. I love you, Kim.
Get in the car. David, doctor and nurse might be passing. Anyone could see us.
I don't care. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm fed up of hiding in a corner, pretending that there's nothing between us. I want everyone to know.
We'd lose everything.
Nothing that matters. I don't care about home farm or the money. I just care about you.
This is crazy, David.
I am crazy. I thought you were too. One thing I've learned from watching you is that you see something in life and you go for it, whatever's in the way. That's what I'm doing. All that matters is us. And forget all the rest of it.
I can't, David.
You can. We can do anything. I'm asking you to come away with me. Leave home farm. Leave Emmerdale. We can make a life together somewhere. Don't say anything yet.
I've never been much of a brother to thee, have I, Zach? I've caused thee naught but trouble. You even tried to take Nellie away from me. And now this. I never meant for it to turn out like this, then, Oz. I mean, if things had have worked out, I'd have sent thee money. The Amp family. Money. That's all that's ever mattered to you, innit?
It's what it can buy, Zach. A good life. Freedom. Even people. Look at Dylan.
I've seen enough of him, thanks to you. Oh, well, that's how I wanted to be. That were my dream. So a nightmare. Well, it were all I had to hang on to while I were locked up inside. Just like one big job, and I could have made it all turn out right. Dylan has got Tina. A dingle for a dingle, that's his terms. I knows what he'll do to me, don't I? It's what he'll do to our Tina that's worrying me. Are they going to turn me over to him? You're still me brother. It has to be down to you. Remember this. Our Tina has got her whole life in front of her. Yours ain't worth a light, either way. All right, Zach. We'll give him what he wants. A dingle for a dingle. I'll give me sent up.
Which episode of Inspector Morse is ITV3's most wanted? Tune in Saturday at 7 to find out if your favourite is the one.